Animation Versus might just be one of the most exciting upcoming fighting games at the moment. It takes a lot to make a successful fighter, so here's why Animation Versus has so much potential. One of the biggest reasons this game already has momentum is Alan Becker. You probably know him as the creator of Animator vs Animation, which is a very popular YouTube series. If you haven't heard of it, you've been living under a rock for the past 200 years. Having a huge audience like his backing the game is massive. Not only does it mean that the game has a ready-made player base, it also means that the Kickstarter was super successful, raising well over $1 million. Because fighting games live and die on whether people actually play them, having this player base is super important for the success of Animation Versus, because it's not very fun to play a fighting game on your own. But hype isn't everything. What's in the game matters way more, and the cast of characters in Animation Versus is incredible. That's because most of the characters are from the AVA series, and there's still room for original characters in the game too. The fact that the game has a huge pool of characters and lore to pull from already gives it so much more personality compared to other new fighters that launch with blank slate characters. Let's just hope they add Corn Dog Guy or we will riot. But what about the gameplay, which is arguably the most important part of any game like this? For what's still essentially just a developer build, Animation Versus feels absolutely amazing. It's like this perfect blend of traditional fighters and platform fighters, and it manages to strike a balance between the two, which in my opinion gets the best of both worlds. It's hard to describe the gameplay to people who haven't played it before, but trust me, it's great. One mechanic that stood out to me right away is the shield system. You're able to activate a directional shield instantly at any time. This lets you break out of combos super easily, which sounds overpowered, but if you get hit while shielding, you'll enter a stunned state where you can't shield and are super easy to combo. This adds this clever mix of sort of casual, friendly design while still leaving room for competitive depth. It's the kind of mechanic that lets new players hop in without being crushed instantly, but also gives veterans room to really strategize. If you've ever played a fighting game before, you've probably been stuck in an unstoppable combo just because you made one tiny mistake, which is honestly the worst feeling in the world. This can still happen in Animation Versus when you're in the stunned state, but if you can use your shield, then you can stop combos like this from happening, which makes you feel a lot more in control of the match, and honestly might be my favorite thing about this game. The shields don't kill the flow of the match, they just add more depth and make games feel more sporadic and less like you're just remembering specific combos. I also really love how the stages change throughout every match. This helps keep things interesting, and it's just a nice way to spice things up. Also it looks really cool when you transition to a different stage, and I should mention that the entirety of Animation Versus just looks amazing already. During the Kickstarter campaign, us content creators were given access to the early builds, and those builds were regularly updated. Like if any of us wanted to have custom controls, we would have to directly talk to the devs and get them to add them for us, which they did very fast and very happily. And now, even after the campaign, they're keeping that momentum up with consistent Kickstarter updates about development progress. That level of transparency is rare, and it makes me trust them even more. The devs for this game feel like they're really on the ball with it. They've got high expectations for what the game can be like, and they're working really hard to get there. So yeah, Animation Versus is shaping up to be something really special. Honestly, the biggest problem with this game right now is that it isn't available yet, because I just want more people to play it with. Another huge bit of news right now is that Framemakers is getting a new character, Hat Kid, on the 18th of September. This is the first new character in a long time, so if there's any time to get into Framemakers, the time is now. Watch this video here to learn more. Thanks for watching.